Howdy, this is Will Walk for Liberty. And it's day 128, September 8th, 2008. I just had a couple more interviews today from the Groton Dakota Press and the Groton Independent. The lady that runs the Dakota Press told me about a fire that happened here a couple weeks ago. Here's all that remains of the buildings. She said the town was evacuated because there were a bunch of railroad cars behind it containing ethanol. I've heard people complain before, but in particular, since Ron Paul's Rally for the Republic, that the liberty movement today is too chaotic, disorganized, and inefficient, and that what we need if we are to achieve our goal in the liberty movement, which is true freedom for all, is one centralized, efficient organization to manage all the activism. Or, at the very least, an organization to coordinate and direct the activities of all the smaller organizations. I can understand why many people think that. Many people are raised thinking bigger is better in terms of organizations, seeing the successes of companies such as Walmart or McDonald's, and can't imagine that you could be as effective with hundreds of smaller organizations. I do grant that there are many examples of organizations successfully coming together to present a united front. One that comes to mind is Downsize DC and its coalitions of sometimes dozens of organizations which come together to defeat a particular bad bill. However, I strongly disagree that the way to achieve victory in the liberty movement is one top-down organization coordinating everything. A top-down liberty organization would be analogous to a government's army. We've seen throughout history that a well-trained and equipped army can be very adept at defeating a less effective army. However, we've also observed how a highly motivated, ragtag group of guerrillas can send even the best army in the world home with its tail between its legs. The American Revolution, anyone? And there's also the case of the Vietnam War, and there's the even more modern case of the Iraq War. Oh sure, the US government's army handily beat the Iraq government's army, but look what's happened since then. How effective has the US government's army been against the highly motivated, disorganized, ragtag group of guerrillas which are left? A decentralized movement is a more nimble, more responsive movement. If somebody sees something which needs to be done, they don't have to wait for orders or permission from on high. They can just go out and do it. I had brought up the previous examples of Walmart and McDonald's as successful large organizations. However, even though they've been successful thus far, there's nothing which guarantees they will continue to be. Do you really want to put all your liberty eggs into one organizational basket? And then if the leader of that organization makes a large blunder or even a series of missteps, could cause the whole movement to come crashing down? And for the more conspiratorial among you, what if some of the enemies of the liberty movement decided to take down the leadership of that one controlling liberty organization? But really, all of this is a moot discussion anyway. The liberty movement is, and will always be, a free market style, grassroots movement. Liberty-oriented people, by their very nature, tend to be very individualistic and work in different areas as they see fit. Which is good, because different areas of liberty are at varying levels of priority for different people. Why should there be one top-down organization deciding what the priorities for everyone are? And the more people that end up working in a particular area, the louder their voices will be, regardless of whether they're part of one organization or not. But if you still personally feel that starting one organization to try to coordinate the activities of all the other liberty organizations in the country is the most effective way to go, then by all means, go right ahead. Similar to Walmart, your organization would, after all, be part of the free market of liberty activism. And if enough liberty activists feel your organization is on the right track, it will thrive and prosper. I walked slightly over 20 miles today. Here are my GPS coordinates. This is Will Buchanan for blog.walkforliberty.com, signing off.